Hi there and welcome back. Today we are using the vocabulary of cooking, foods and ways of cooking, and we're going to learn to create a dish whilst practicing our English. So, what are we cooking today?
Well, we are starting by making a sauce for some spaghetti bolognese. And here I have some chorizo from Spain, which I'm actually going to fry with these onions, which I've already started frying with some olive oil.
Perfect. So this is quite a low heat, a small heat at the moment. Is that right?
Yes, it is. We don't want it to be too high in case...
The heat?
The
not
heat.
Too hot?
Not too hot in case the chorizo burns.
The
or
chorizo,
the onions
that's
burn.
the meat, okay?
The meat. It's a Spanish meat. Can't ever have enough chorizo.
Sorry if you're vegetarian. We'll do a vegetarian one next time. So, we are stirring, yeah? That's mixing, isn't it?
And this is a frying pan.
And it's on, what is it on? It's on top of
A hob.
A hob. It's an electric hob that is providing the heat. So, how long do we stir it for?
Well, we are going to stir it and cook this until the chorizo is nice and crunchy.
Hard, a little hard.
And I'm also going to be adding some garlic. I'm going to add some garlic.
Great, let's chop the garlic.
Yes, and you can do this over the top.
These are very thin slices, thin.
Of the frying pan, okay? Thin slices of garlic. The reason we add the garlic at the end is so that it doesn't burn, because garlic takes less time
A little time.
to cook than onions and chorizo.
She must be careful with her fingers because it is a sharp knife.
Very. Now, later, we're going to be adding the spaghetti bolognese. Sorry, not the spaghetti bolognese. The spaghetti, not the sauce, to the hot boiling water. So
Boiling when it has bubbles, okay? Little bubble, 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 bubble. Then we put the spaghetti in.
yes. And as I'm sure you know, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the spaghetti to cook. And then we will put it into this sieve to drain it.
Great. Well,
so maybe you could come back later.
yeah,
Benjamin.
maybe we'll come back later when the water is ready for the spaghetti. I'll go and get the spaghetti. Okay.
I'm going to add a few herbs. This is thyme, okay, which we grew earlier this year, okay? So it smells really nice. It smells a little bit like lemon. So we add this herb to the sauce once we've added the garlic, okay? And you can never have enough garlic, okay, in a sauce. So I'm going to add a little bit more. But I will see you later once we get the spaghetti going.
So, welcome back, and we've put the spaghetti in and it's boiling in the water. It's heating, it's getting hotter in the water. The spaghetti is cooking, isn't it?
It is. And here is my sieve.
This is a sieve.
And it's ready to be sieved, okay? So
To be drained.
Benji, if you'd like to hold the sieve over the sink. And I will now pour
Careful, it's hot water.
the spaghetti.
I'm sure you've all cooked spaghetti before.
Yeah, everybody knows how to do this. Okay, and now if you could pop that on top of the saucepan, Benji.
I'll just drain the water a little bit, get rid of the water. Like that?
Yes.
Great.
Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, it's steaming. It's very, very hot. This is called steam.
This stuff here, this is hot. It's coming off, steaming. Yeah.
Steaming. Okay, so now I'm going to move this over here to my plates, which are ready for my guests. Here's the sauce.
We have some herbs, some green leaves, some herbs in here.
This
as
herb
well.
is actually called, because we put thyme in before from this plant here, this herb is called coriander. Okay?
Bit of that.
Okay, brilliant. Now, if I just open my drawer here, I'm going to get...
So this is a drawer. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and these are a spoon, a giant spoon and a giant fork, okay, to help me, okay,
Dish out to
serve the
out
spaghetti
onto the plate.
onto the plate, yes.
Great.
And then, on top of that, in fact, Benji, if you could get a spoon, please. Okay, just a teaspoon. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of this creme fraiche, okay? So, which is, it's like cream, but it's a little bit sour.
Sour.
It's
Bitter.
normally...
Strong taste.
It's normally healthier than...
It's good for you.
Yeah, the ladies liked a bit of creme fraiche instead of cream. It's meant to be a little healthier, okay? So now, Benji, if you could pop a little dollop of...
A spoon, a dollop.
of the creme fraiche on top of the sauce.
A dollop, a spoon. My fingers are clean. Don't worry, you're not eating it.
Okay, now we need the pepper. Benji, could you go and grab the pepper? It's on the table.
Did you say Benjamin?
Benjamin. Okay, brilliant. So I'm going to carry on serving this. A little bit of teamwork.
And shall I grind the
Yes,
pepper?
grind it on
we
top.
say we grind the pepper. Like that.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to do the next
Now we'll
plate.
do the next one.
Okay. So, same as before. Benjamin's going to put a dollop of
Creme
fraiche on top of the spaghetti.
Dump.
Okay. And a bit of pepper to season. When we season food,
We give it more flavour.
more flavour.
Salt, pepper, herbs, spices, that's seasoning.
Seasoning. for
Like
example.
seasons, it's different. So in the UK we have spring, summer, autumn, winter, these different seasons. We're giving the food different flavours.
Okay. Could
I'll
you take
those
those
to the
out?
table.
Just two more. Okay, so a little bit of spaghetti on that plate. And my last bit,
And then the only other thing we need is knives and forks.
which are in there.
In the drawer. They're in the drawer, aren't they?
Yes. Okay. So the last bit of the sauce, just going to spoon it out from my saucepan. Okay. And hope that my guests are very hungry. I'm actually very hungry now. Okay. Been quite late.
The guests are the people who are coming to eat. Okay, so we have 2 guests today, and well, hopefully they like the food. I think that's pretty much it.
I think
So
it is.
today we've learnt about cooking spaghetti. Okay, we've learnt the different foods. We've got spaghetti. We've learnt words like boiling. We've learnt words like drawer. We've learnt knives, forks. We've learnt to serve food up. We've learnt to season food. What I want you to do now is go to engvid.com and take the quiz so you remember these words, okay? Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Benjamin, so you get more videos. You also feature in the Chatting Up Women like James Bond. That's quite a good one to see. And if you want any other help, then check the link to Exquisite English. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Bye. Bon appetit.